What's good, baby? Welcome back to Protoscope's gaming channel featuring Brave Frontier. So today we have the trial number X1, the Xenon and Estia trial. So the squad I went ahead and used was a Grahdens and Grahdens squad. I have Grahdens at lead for the 20% reduction in damage and Grah at lead for the reduction as well. So what you want to do here is make sure you have your BB gauge filler while attacked unit activated, as well as your damage mitigation, because Estia continues to do a massive AoE attack, so you want to get those BCs and BB gauge filled up while you're getting attacked. Now I have Narza because Narza actually has the Lily Meta effect, so at SBB when you are attacked you get an increased BB gauge, as well as nullifies all status elements for 3 turns, or negates status elements for 3 turns, as well as reduces damage taken by 1 turn. So I have Narza and Darwin Shell for my damage mitigators. I have Zelnite in there just in case we fall short to give that Zelnite effect, which is an APC boost in damage. And BC fill rate. Sorry about that. Grahdens is also in there because he gives light and dark element added to attack. Okina is in there because of her healing factor, and also she negates status elements for 3 turns as well. So for Curse Estia, all you have to do is make sure your damage mitigation is activated, and just be careful, because if you don't have your status element prevention enabled, you will get cursed, so you can't use your special. Now this trial actually wasn't that hard. It took me well, I could have did it one try, but I wanted to try to mess around with the team compositions, and this one was actually a pretty good team. So the pattern I'm using is I'm trying to make sure Narza has his SBB activated every 3 turns, and Darmashell has his activated every other turn. So with that pattern here, we get nice damage mitigation. So if we go ahead and basically use Grahdens as a friend lead, we get a 15 reduction in damage from light and dark. So that means we get a 35% reduction in light and dark from Grahdens and Grahdens stacking ability, plus a 50% reduction in damage due to Darwin Shell or Narza. So that leaves us with 15% damage we receive, not including Darwin Shell's defense boost. So we actually receive little damage. Now you can go ahead and use double Grahdens, but it doesn't really help that much, because I think Grahdens is perfect because he also gives you that increase in 20% of all parameters. So I think Grahdens and a Grahdens is probably a best situation here. Now Estia, she actually reduces, I believe, 3 or 4 of your units BB gauge every turn. She also curses, so you have to make sure your status element negation is activated, because if not, you will get very annoyed. Now to set up the items I used here, I use a Crescent Dew just in case. I use Revived Lights just in case. I actually messed up in the beginning of the video. If you even paid attention to that, I actually used 2 Fusion Titanics or potions on Darwin Shell and Narza, and I used both of them. I actually messed up. It's 2 o'clock right now, I'm recording, and I'm kind of sleepy, so I did this when I'm barely awake. Just wanted to make sure I get this video up for you guys. Now it's imperative to note that you have to have Narza's SBB activated, or Lily Meta's SBB activated, or any other units that have the ability to increase BB gauge fill rate while attacked. Because if you don't, it's gonna be kind of hard to actually keep up with your damage mitigators, knowing that Princess Estia can actually debuff your units and take away both the what can I say it? Both the preventions that you give, like the defense boost, and also take away Narza's SBB fill rate while being attacked. Now this part isn't really hard. It's the next one that's kind of tricky. Well, actually this one is the trickiest one. Princess SD is, in my opinion, the hardest one out of the 3. Yes, there are 3 different battles you have to fight in order to beat the entire trial, which is nothing to worry about. Just make sure Grahdens is activated every 3 turns, to get that light and dark element to give you an extra 50% boost in damage. So Star Seal actually takes away your entire BB gauge. But the thing about that is the importance of having Narza's SPB activated. Once Princess SD knocks it down to 0, it actually goes back up, because Narza's the boost in BB gauge from being attacked resolves last. So that's a good thing about that. And also, Okina's using Drevis, so she is unable to be affected by status ailments because she's my healer. I'm running with Zell Knight using Soul Crater and Dendalga. So Dendalga gives him a 30% boost in attack and HP and increases his BB gauge every turn. He also is equipped with Soul Crater. Grahdens is equipped with a Lewin Gem, and I believe it's another Soul Crater. Whoa, that's a loud car. Sorry about that. People speeding on the highway. Alright, so Darvin Shell has Urias and Iris guys to make sure Urias is Atrosphere, so a 40% reduction in, 40% boost in BB gauge fill rate and boost to defense and attack by 30%. So Xenon and Estia, what the importance of this, the thing to note about this one is, if you don't have your status negation activated, they will paralyze that ass. They will really paralyze you. So that's why you bring a healer such as Estia, or you can use Altri, or you can even use I forgot the Earth unit, La Manara, something like that. The one I fell on my chair with when I summoned. Yeah, her. So for the final enemy, Xenon and Estia, it's really important to have your damage mitigation activated every turn, because around 50% HP they do a massive attack on you every turn. Well, it happened to me basically every turn, so it was really important to have your damage mitigation activated. I was actually surprised. I thought it was only 2 bosses, but when I came to find out that it was 3, I was like, okay. So the good thing about Tag Assault, it doesn't do that much damage to you, but it actually helps you out when you have your BB gauge fill rate when attacked activated, so it helps out a lot. Try to use Grahdens as much as possible when using his SPB, because it produces a lot of battle crystals, does a lot of damage, and give you a 50% boost in defense, so he actually makes things a little easier here. As I said before, make sure Grahdens Brave Burst is activated to do more damage. Never use Darvin Shell and Narza Brave Burst at the same time, because you're kind of conflicting with it, because they don't stack. You won't do a 100% reduction in damage, because they're both reduced damage by 50%. It will just resolve last. It won't stack. So try not to do that. I'm so tired, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and just, now I know I said not to do it here, but I wanted to get Narza's SPBs rolling in plus Darvin Shell's attack, because I wanted to produce a lot of battle crystals, because I knew that the 50% mark was coming up. So yeah, I already knew it was going to automatically refill, because I had a feeling he was going to do that massive AoE. Well, not the massive AoE, but that AoE that helps us out. I just did it for this one situation around 50% mark because I wanted to make sure that damage mitigation was on and I did enough damage. So tag deception is the same thing as the prior enemy. Forgot what the name was. What the name it was. Sorry, I'm so sleepy right now. So this move right here, if you're not using damage mitigation or any leader skills that reduce damage from light or dark, it can wipe out your entire team. I make it look easy here, but it can actually wipe out your entire team. So we're almost done. They're gonna do that massive AoE every turn. Make sure you're healing. Make sure your HP is reasonable. It's not too low. Keep it above 70% at all times. Around 25%, well, around 30%, they do their massive attack twice. It's important to have Zell Knight's SPB activated as much as possible because you really don't need to use Okina or any of the other healers because of the boosting Heart Crystal effectiveness. Plus, it increases the BC drop rate, so kind of helps out a lot. So you basically have it won from here, but I still played it safe. I didn't try to like go all out and attack. I still played it safe. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. So I have a question for all my subscribers. I wanted to know, what other games would you like to see me play? Because I don't want to just be known as just a Brave Frontier guy. I want to play more games. So we want to verify with you guys what games you consider the games you find entertaining. And I will try to implement that on my channel. So this trial is basically done. Just keep that damage mitigation on every turn. And you can bring a holy water just in case, you might not want to use your healer's heal factor, but holy water was there just in case. Didn't need to use a revive, just use fusion tectonics. I kind of misplayed, but I still managed to beat this with ease. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you are rewarded a Sphere Frog gem and an amazing sphere. It increases the HP and attack by 30%, reduction in damage received by dark by 15%, and I believe 10% boost in BC drop rate if it was not nerfed. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my other videos. Boom, Maxwell right there. Boom, Grah right there. If you want to know how to get some BB fodder, bam, right there. All of them in the description below. Peace out.